Shalom to everyone. We're going to get into a lesson today. Uh, I can label this the burning desires of lust. I just put this together. It's not even something that I've written down or anything. So I'm just going I'm just going to be going with the wind. Um, I wanted to do this because usually you see publicized on the news some guy raping a woman. All right. Now this video is based on the physical lustful desires, physical attraction between male and female, and usually in news that's usually publicized. And but what's really not publicized is how many times women abuse men on a level where they're touching on a man and sexual assault. Okay, we had a meeting a while back at the job about the rise of women in these high positions starting to sexually assault the men that work for them. So that's on a higher rising level, but it's not something that's really going to be publicized because a man would be considered a punk or a sucker if most men want to be sexually assaulted by a woman. I mean, come on, let's be real. I mean, of course. So you're not going to see that in the media. If you do, you're going to think this guy's a softie or he's a homosexual or something. Like, what's wrong with you, man? You see her? She in this high position. She wore this the other day. She got the tight dress on, and they're going to think something is wrong with you. So they feel some kind of way about coming out in public or telling their family that they're going to get clowned. But of course, it's still assault. Okay. All right. And it's just about as bad. I mean, it's not to the point where you just hear about a woman sexually assaulting them, because a real good woman usually is very, very what you would call pure in mind. Their female member is very pure to them. They want to. It's sacred. So, and usually these weirdos that want to rape women and all that look for those type of women that's pure and don't want to be touched. It's easy to just go sleep with some whore. I mean, they feel that demon feels the challenge to go at that pure woman, pure in spirit and mind. And they go out and it tears the woman apart, and it's sad, and it happens. But on the same level, it goes the man as well. When a man want to just be pure and don't want to deal with he want a good woman and all that, and trying to be 100%, that spirit will hit that woman the same way, and she will sexually assault the man. All right. Now, I'm not saying I went through this. I'm just putting this video out because it needs to be known on both parties. It's bad. Okay. Like I said, we had a meeting about that, and it's almost like 50%, which is crazy. And I'm going to show you where that spirit comes from. Well, one of the examples in the Bible. Okay, let's go to Genesis chapter 39. Okay, when Joseph became a governor or like a master in the Pharaoh's house. All right. Let's see what happened. Let's go to Genesis chapter 39, and we'll start at the first verse. And it says, "And Joseph was brought down to Egypt in Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, bought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down thither. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hand. And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer over his house, and all that he had he put into his hands. And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer in his house and over all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. And the blessings of the Lord was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand. And he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored. Let me just stop right there. And Joseph was, the Puerto Ricans are from the tribe of Joseph or Ephraim. Okay, so they're very beautiful people. Verse 7, it says, and it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, lie with me. So you see this unusual act of the woman here. She really, when it says cast her eyes, she cast herself into hell because she's already married. So she fell sick in love with Joseph. And I'm going to tell you, usually when a woman come at a man first, and my father's mother, which was my grandmother, told him a long time ago when he was a kid, she told him, if a woman ever come to you first and start flirting with you, she's no good. Okay, words of wisdom. And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, lie with me. But he refused and said unto his master's wife, behold, my master wotteth not what is with me in the house, and he hath committed all that he hath to my hand. There is none greater in this house than I, neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God? And it came to pass as she spake to Joseph day by day, so she continually, on a perpetual level, kept talking to Joseph, that he hearkened not unto her to lie by her or to be with her. And it came to pass about this time that Joseph went into the house to do his business, and there was none of the men of the house therein. So it was just him and her in there alone. Verse 12, and she caught him by his garment, saying, lie with me. And he left his garment in her hand and fled and got him out. So she grabbed his garment to the point where it pulled off of him. Now he's outside butt naked. Verse 13, and it came to pass when she saw that he had left his garment in her hand and was fled forth, that she called unto the men of her house and spake unto him, saying, see, he had brought in a Hebrew unto us to mock us. He came in unto me to lie with me, and I cried with a loud voice. So now these guys are going to look at this naked boy, Joseph, running around because she pulled him back. It's crazy. And it came to pass when he heard that I lift up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled and got him out. And she laid up his garment by her until his Lord came home. So she laid it there to make it look like she was raped. And see, this kind of stuff really starts to make me think. And I know a lot of people didn't like Mike Tyson, right? But when he had those rape charges, and I looked at the interview, and he said that the young lady was, she wanted him to walk her to her car, and he was like, no, I'm tired, I don't feel like doing all that. So and he didn't do it, so he had some other business to attend, and she got mad and then made that live that he raped. Come on, man, this stuff links, because she shouldn't have never been in there anyway. Why would you just lay with someone? Did he propose to you? Or did he say he wanted to marry you? No, you're a whore. Period. If you lay with a woman, if a woman lay with a man right now, and there's no type of attachments whatsoever, no, just you laying with him, and now y'all together, and you're a whore. This woman has a spirit of a whore in her. Okay, period. Verse 17, and she spake unto him according to these words, saying, the Hebrew servant which thou hast brought unto us came in unto me to mock me. And it came to pass, as I lift up my voice and cried that he left his garment with me and fled out. And it came to pass, when his master heard the words of his wife, which she spake unto him, saying, After this manner did thy servant to me, that his wrath was kindled. And Joseph's master took him and put him into the prison, a place where the king's prisoners were bound, and he was there in the prison. But the Lord was with Joseph, and showed him mercy, and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners that were in the prison, and whatsoever did they there, he was the doer of it. The keeper of the prison looked not to anything that was under his hand, because the Lord was with him, and that which he did, the Lord made it to prosper. So, I just wanted to read that, because you see that the actions of, even with the woman, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people like to publicize how the man always raping a woman and all that, or the man is doing this to the woman, when a lot of times it's the woman doing a lot. Okay, we see an example here. So if you're going to publicize one side of it, let's publicize the other. All right, so that burning lust is just as similar as the burning lust when a man is trying to sleep with another man. When we go dealing, when Lot and the angel, when he was told the sodomites over there, I'll give you my daughter. They didn't want the daughter; they wanted the angel. So that spirit is a very evil, persistent spirit. So we just got to know that. Let's go to Romans real quick. Romans chapter 1, verse 24. And it says, Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Shalom. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affection, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also to the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one towards another. And you notice when it says burn, so she cast her eyes unto a man that was a servant of the king, and she was married to the king. So why in the world are you looking at this man here? Because she's burning and casting her eyes into lust. All right, verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one towards another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meet. So of course this is talking about homosexuality, and all the gay pride and all that stuff. But what I wanted to show is that same spirit that comes against the order is that same evil spirit that the Pharaoh's wife had in her. Okay, that's why when you read in Psalms, you read about how David felt so bad about his sin, because that evil spirit hit him as well, not the homosexual part of it, but the part of that burning desire to sleep with Uriah's wife. So he got Uriah killed, put him on the hottest part of battle. So that's an evil act. That's something that's very, very vital to know, because you can be at your job, and I'm talking to the brothers here, you can be at your job, you can be somewhere out and about, and you'll get a flat tire for some reason because some woman did it, because they're jealous of you, because you came on to her one time or something, and then she still felt that there was something there, and then there was really nothing there, and then all of a sudden you got a flat tire, your wheel may fall off, you putting stuff in your drink and stuff, and people do it. So she got this man put in prison, And it happens a lot. A lot of our brothers right now are in prison because of a woman, because of something she said. She lied about something to get him put in prison. And let me tell you this, and I'm not downing the women. Not all women do this, but they're very cunning. They're very sneaky. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you what they can do. They can set up a whole, I would say, a whole cast and crew to set up for you to fall. You'll be wondering why this happening like this and that, man. And the whole thing was set up from the beginning. All right. Hey, I mean, sin is sin, and you know, and I say this, how many, when you be watching these Maury Povich shows and all that, taking lie detector tests, I want you all to really examine how many women take those lie detector tests. Okay, I'm just waiting for them to put up a show, or someone just send me a video of a woman on one of those shows taking a lie detector test. Okay, that's what I'm going to end the video right there. I just want someone to show me that. All right, so this is a quick video. I guess 15 to 16 minutes is considered quick for me. And let's look at both sides. Okay, you have burning lust on just on the woman's side as well, not just always the men's side of the table. They publicize that more. Okay, because it's horrible on each side. Of course, a man don't supposed to be raping a woman, but a woman do not supposed to be sexually assaulting a man. All right, I'll be making more videos. This is my life, and I'll be doing this for the rest of it. Shalom.